Today, you will be witnessing the only correct hip hop album tier list. There is no other correct list. This is law. This is not opinion. This is facts. If you do not agree with me, too bad. This is the correct ranking. On a more serious note, this is different than what I normally do. I mostly do, if you know my channel, I do TV shows, movies, stuff like that. But during quarantine and now that we're out of it, I've really gotten into hip hop, listened to a bunch of different artists, all these albums right here. If you want to go to a specific artist, I'll leave timestamps in the comments so you could skip to wherever you want to go to hear my specific thoughts. I can already hear the comments, first of all. Blah, 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 blah. Blonde is not. Okay, not all of these are hip hop albums. Disclaimer. We do have Frank Ocean and we got Steve Lacy. So don't come at me. I obviously know that lo-fi's, that's not hip hop, okay? I don't need a 3-paragraph essay explaining that. For all of these, you can assume we're going to use the deluxe versions. Every single one, it's going to be deluxe. And there are some mixtapes on here. Forgive me if I do. Don't call them mixtapes if I mix it up. No pun intended. Because it's hard to remember which are albums and which are mixtapes sometimes. But let's get right into it. I will probably make a part 2 down the line when I listen to even more albums. But we're going to start it off with the best artist who has the best discography in all of hip-hop, in my opinion, Kanye West. I'm also going to be looking through my Spotify playlist as I do this to kind of see which songs I like on each album because there's a lot to remember. So the pauses in between, that is what I'm doing. We're starting off extremely strong. Holy shit. The College Dropout. I think this is a perfect album, or very close to. We'll put it in excellent for now because I don't want to start off with a perfect, but this is an amazing, especially for being his first album. I just watched the Kanye documentary. I finished it the other day. It made me appreciate this album even more. It has so many bangers. My favorite song, probably Through the Wire, a little basic. But you know, Slow Jams, that's up there. Those two are kind of tied. And then you got a bunch of other fantastic songs like Two Words, Family Business, Jesus Walks, All Falls Down, We Don't Care, etc., etc. Just an album, no bad songs. There are some that aren't as good, like Breathe In, Breathe Out, Get 'Em High. I know those get a lot of love, but I'm kind of indifferent to them. But this is an excellent album that the fact that he made this and it's his first album is crazy. Late Registration, I don't think is as good as the College Dropout. I think it's worse of the School trilogy, but I still think it's a great album. You got some fantastic tracks like Heard Him Say, Touch the Sky, Hey Mama, which, damn, after watching that documentary, just it's an emotional song. And then, you know, Diamonds from Sierra Leone, that's a fantastic song. A great album that, for being his second album, he almost, like, it's very consistent, is what I'm trying to say. Graduation, I think, is better than Late Registration, not as good as The College Dropout. This is the first Kanye album I listened to, and for a long time it was my favorite. It does have Barry Bonds and Drunken Hot Girls, which, you know, they're not good songs. I'm not gonna sugarcoat it. However, this album has my favorite Kanye song, which is Flashing Lights. It has the most underrated Kanye song, and I cannot emphasize this enough. Big Brother is top tier Kanye. It is SS tier Kanye. Big Brother is fantastic. Go listen to it right now. If you've already listened to it, I don't give a shit. Go listen to it again. Big Brother is so underrated. The storytelling, the beat, the rapping, fantastic song. And of course, you got other songs like I Wonder, Everything I Am, which is classic. Stronger, I mean, which is classic. Can't Tell Me Nothing, Good Life, Good Morning, which is a great opener. Just an excellent album. So if I was going to rank the trilogy, this is how it would be. I guess I didn't mention I will rank the individual rows. and I do kind of got to speed up because if I talk this long for each album, this video is going to be 3 hours long. So 808 and Heartbreaks, this is a great album. Not as good as Late Registration, so it's going to go behind it. But you got some fantastic songs like Love Lockdown, Heartless, Coldest Winter, Street Lights, Welcome to Heartbreak. My favorite on the album is probably Love Lockdown. Great beat, great chorus. This is a great album, and I wouldn't say it's underrated, but I have seen it getting some hate, which, come on. My Beautiful Dark Twisted Fantasy, come on. This is a light 6, guys. Now, this is a perfect album. Not a single bad song. Dark Fantasy, gorgeous. I could read through the entire track list. So Appalled, which is an extremely underrated Kanye song, just an amazing song. Runaway, probably the best on the album. Devil in a New Dress, also up there for best on the album. This is in the story of the way this album was made. This album is perfection. This is Kanye at his best. This is an absolutely incredible album and my favorite Kanye album. Watch the Throne. This is going to get me some hate, but I'm going to put this in poor. I just am not a fan of this album. There are some good songs like Gentleman in Paris, Otis, and Primetime, which I think Primetime is an underrated song. I love the laid-back beat and such. But overall, this album is not one I find myself coming back to, and I don't think it's terrible. It's not like down here, but it's kind of around this area for me. I just don't really listen to it. Cruel Summer, I'm going to put in bad because I never listened to this album. To the World and Don't Like, those are good songs, but the rest of the album I never listened to. I have listened to it, don't get me wrong. I'm not going to rank an album I haven't heard, but it's just not something that stuck with me. Feels messy and not in a good way like The Life of Pablo, but maybe it'll grow on me. Let me know. Do I need to give it another listen? Yeezus. This album I re-listened to today. This is a great album. Before today I would have put it down here, but I have a new appreciation for it. I'm going to put it above 808 and Heartbreaks. Not a single miss on this album. You got fantastic songs like On Sight, which, by the way, is a 10 out of 10. Blood on the Leaves, Bound to, Hold My Liquor, which gets a lot of love. New Slaves, just a great album. Not a single bad song. I love the whole feel of it. It's great, and it has grown on me a bit. Life of Pablo. This album is just... I have such an interesting opinion on it because when I first heard it, I didn't like it, and it would be like 8 or 9 in my Kanye ranking. Over time, I have grown to love this album. I could see this one day. This could be my favorite Kanye album. I can see that in the future because it just keeps growing on me. It keeps getting better and better every time I listen to it. I'm going to put it at the top of great. This is extremely close to excellent. I think it's his 4th best, but this is a fantastic album. Very close to excellent. You have probably the best Kanye outro, St. Pablo, which is probably top 5 Kanye songs. No More Parties in LA, fantastic song. Real Friends, Waves, Famous, which Famous is top tier Kanye. Father Stretch My Hands, Ultralight Beam. Tons of amazing songs. There are a couple little misses on it. FML, I don't know if I already said that. That's a great song. I Love Kanye is probably my favorite Kanye skit, if that even counts as a skit. That's a great Kanye skit. This is a great album. It's extremely close to excellent. We'll see if I might move it up. Kitsy Ghost, this is, in case you didn't know, this is an album between Kid Cudi and Kanye. Rest in peace, their friendship. Anyways, I'm going to put this in great. I'm going to put it above 80. I'm going to put it right here. Above Yeezus, above 808s. It has Reborn, which is... Oh my goodness. Reborn is an amazing song. I think I should have done Yay first. Oh well. But this is a great album. Cudi Montage, amazing song. Like I said, Reborn is the best on the album in my opinion. But I really wish we would get a Kitsy Ghost 2, Kanye, please. Kitsy Ghost 2, please. But I mean, look at this. So far, his discography is insane. Like, these are not solo albums, so if we just cover that up, right? It's insane how great of a discography he has. Yay, this is an album that I went from being like, it's alright, to like loving it. Like, I thought this was like top 4 Kanye. Now it's kind of back down. Like, it's alright. It's an okay album. It's not okay, alright. It's good. It's above okay. But it has some fantastic songs like Ghost Town. That is one of the best Kanye songs. Probably like top 5 Kanye. You know, take a shot every time I say top 5 Kanye. But Ghost Town is an amazing song. Violent Crimes, that's a contender with Big Brother and St. Pablo for best outro. Amazing song, great message. There are a couple songs on this album I started to find annoying over time, like Wouldn't Leave and No Mistakes. I still think they're good songs, but I just don't like them as much as I used to. But I'm going to put this album as good. Jesus is King, it's average. It's not bad by any means. It has some cool production. It has Follow God, which is like one of the best Kanye flows I've ever heard. That's a great Kanye song. God Is, that's an underrated Kanye song. On God, that's a good Kanye song. But overall, there's nothing like super standout about this album. So I'm going to put it in average. Finally, we got his most recent album, Donda. I'm going to put this in great, right above Yeezus. This album has some fantastic songs like 24, which I think is underrated. I think 24 is the best song on the album. Off the Grid, obviously, that's a great song. Praise God, great song. I'm not going to talk too much about it. A lot has already been said. Don't want this video to be 1,000 hours, but I mean, look at this man's discography. It's insane how consistent he is. Fantastic artist, probably my favorite artist. And if he's not my favorite artist, then who we have next, Tyler the Creator, he's probably my favorite. It's kind of a tie between those. I think Kanye edges him out a little bit, but Bastard is what we got first. I believe this is a mixtape, or it might be an album, but it's not on Spotify. I'm gonna put this in bad. It's not awful. There are some good songs on it, like Odd Toddlers and the song Bastard itself. Those are some great songs, but overall, it's not something I really listen to that much. I think it's better than Cruel Summer, but we're gonna put it in bad for now. Goblin, I think, is the worst album on here so far. Don't get me wrong, She is a fantastic song and one of Tyler's best, but the rest of this album, I don't like. Like 99% of the songs. She is really the only one I like. Yonkers is classic, of course, but besides those two, this is not an album I really enjoy at all. I don't think it's like awful tier, but it's close to. Wolf, this is a big turning point in Tyler's career. This is a great album. I'm gonna put it right here. I know that might seem really high to some people to have it above all of these, but I love this album. Fantastic songs like Colossus. Actually, is that kind of a song? Yeah, it's a song. Colossus, Answer, which is the best on the album in my opinion. Wolf is a beautiful intro. Awkward, great song. 48 and I Fucking Hate You. Those are both great songs there. Rusty with a fantastic Tyler verse, one of his best. And then Party Isn't Over, the 3-part song. That's a great song. Maybe I put it I'm not sure. I know St. Paulo or Life of Pablo is definitely better. But it's somewhere around here. Maybe I'll adjust it. Cherry Bomb, I think this is mediocre. I know some people absolutely hate this. Some people absolutely love it. It's kind of in the middle for me. Effing Young Perfect, that is an amazing Tyler song. That is like top 5 Tyler. Smuckers as well is amazing. Those two songs really bring this album up. The rest of the album it's okay. Some songs like Cherry Bomb itself are like unbearable to listen to. But those two songs they bring this album up. They're carrying it on its back. But it's in mediocre. Flower Boy, I think, is an excellent album. I don't think it's better than these two, but it has some, you know, great songs like See You Again, Pothole, Glitter, Who That Boy, Boredom, 911, Mr. Lonely with Frank and Steve Lacy. I love that song. But my favorite is probably Garden Shed. The message and just the beat and the change. It's just great. Igor, this is my favorite album of all time. I love this album. Every song on here is amazing. There's not a single miss. There's not a single great song. Everything is above great. The story is great. Gone Gone Thank You is the best song on the album. But, you know, the outro is also like a 10. So it's really close for the best song on the album. Though I think Gone Gone Thank You might be my favorite song of all time. What's Good, Running Out of Time, I think, Puppet, New Magic 1, A Boy's a Gun, which is a crazy good song. You know, you got the popular song Earthquake, an amazing album, my favorite of all time, and this is a 10 out of 10. I could talk about it for hours. I'm not gonna. Call Me If You Get Lost. This album, I like it, but I don't like it as much as some people. I've seen some say it's his best, it's better than Igor. I think it's a good album. I'm going to put it in good right now, above Yay. But I don't think it's close to the level of these two. It does have Sweet I Thought You Wanted to Dance, probably the best song on the album. Wilshire's also a great song. I'm not going to talk about that long. This video is already probably getting too long, but it's a good album. It's close to great, but I think it's good. Self-Titled by Playboi Carti. This isn't good. I'm going to put it above Yay, but I don't think it's as good as Call Me If You Get Lost. It has some fantastic songs. Location, 10 out of 10 song, Makes You Float. Oh my god, that song is incredible. Flex is also a great song. Nuchapa, Woke Up Like This, of course, that's classic. Magnolia, classic. Those two, the popular songs. Number 9, I've seen some people say that's a bad song. I think it's a great song. Die Lit. This is actually my most played album of all time on Spotify. I think this is a great album. I'm gonna put it right here, I think, right above Kids See Ghosts. Just because Kids See Ghosts is like a bit short, and Kids See Ghosts has like a few like fantastic songs, and those fantastic songs on Kids See Ghosts are better than like all of these. But like overall, I think I enjoy listening to Die Lit more. So you might be wondering like, okay, if Kids See Ghosts is too short, how's it above Donda? I guess that's what I'm trying to say. Is like the peak of Kids See Ghosts is higher than the peak of Donda. But for Die Lit, I think songs like Long Time and R.I.P. are better than Kids See Ghosts. Maybe besides Reborn. But Long Time, my favorite Carti song. Absolutely love that song. R.I.P. Hype song. You know, that song gets you going. Home, also a great song. Flatbed Freestyle is my second most played song of all time on Spotify. Kind of overplayed it, so I don't listen to it as much anymore, but that is a great song. Let's move on to Whole Lotta Red. I think this is better than Die Lit by a little bit. It's not better than Late Registration at all, but has some fantastic songs. I know I use the word fantastic a lot. I'm aware of that. I think my favorite is probably On That Time, but a lot of other songs like Stop Breathing, Rockstar Made, which I love listening to. King Vamp, Vamp Anthem, Teen X, Over, Sky, Place. This is Carti's best album, in my opinion. Next up, we got Kid Cudi. I love Kid Cudi. Man on the Moon 1 is an excellent album. I might have overplayed it a tiny bit because I listened to it so much. But don't get me wrong, I love this album. This is still a fantastic album. I said it again. Soundtrack to My Life, probably the best song on this album. One of the best songs ever. Pursuit of Happiness, great song. Cudi Zone, great. Day and Night, classic. Heart of the Lion, great song. The album is full of bangers. Man on the Moon 2, This is a great album, right below The Life of Pablo. Both of these albums right here, very close to excellent. This album has Mojo So Dope, probably the best Cudi song. Erase Me, great Kanye feature, great Cudi song. Mr. Rager, oh my god, amazing song, classic. Ghost, maybe I should move this up, I don't know. Looking at this album, it is crazy good. Very close to excellent. Both of these, Life of Pablo and Man on the Moon 2. Let's go into Indie Cud. This is average. Or, no, I'm going to put it in good. Right above Yay. Has some great songs like Just What I Am, Unfuckwittable, Brothers, Solo Do Part 2 with Kendrick, Cold Blooded, Immortal, King Wizard. But besides those songs I just named, I don't really listen to this album, so I'm going to put it in good. Satellite, I don't know if this is an unpopular opinion. I'm going to put this in poor. 10 songs. Going to the Ceremony I like. Satellite Flight I like. Too Bad I Have to Destroy You Now. That's a good song. But besides those three, I don't listen to this album. I think Watch the Throne is probably better. I don't think it's as bad as these, but I'm going to put it in poor. Speeding Bullets to Heaven, I will put in bad. I'll put it at the top of bad because it does have some decent songs like Embers. That's a good song. Fairy Tale, excuse me. Fairy Tale Remains. See, even talking about this album makes me sick. Cudi, why would you do this? I'm joking, okay? It's not that bad. Speeding Bullets to Heaven itself, the song, I like that song. That's a good song. Next up, Passion, Pain, and Demon Slain. I have a friend who claims this is a 10 out of 10. I'm not there with him. I put this in average. I'll put it above Jesus is King. Has some great songs like Cosmic Warrior, The Commander, Illusions, Rose Golden, which is my favorite on the album, a great Cudi song. Man on the Moon 3 is a great album. I'm going to put it above 808s and below Yeezus. Has a lot of fantastic songs like Show Out, Solo Do Part 3, Sad People. Actually, every song on this album. There's not a single skip. Not a single skip. But just because there isn't a single skip does not mean it is a 10, okay? But it does not have a single skip. Every single song in here is solid. Every song is good. And then there are some fantastic songs. Tequila Shots, that's a popular song, but that is also a great song. My favorite on the album might be Tequila Shots. Maybe The Void, that's also a great one. Next up, we got Frank, one of two artists on here which are not rappers. Channel Orange, I think, is a great album. I'm going to put it above 808s and below Men on the Moon 3. I don't know why I blanked there. Pyramids, best song on the album, amazing beat. Super Rich Kids with a great feature from Earl Sweatshirt. Sweet Life, Crack Rock, Thinking About You, all great songs. Let's move on. Blonde, excellent album. I know some people would put it in perfect. I totally understand why. Not a single skip. Nights, oh my god, that song makes you float. That's a 10 out of 10 song. Probably one of my favorite songs of all time. Or not probably, it is one of my favorite of all time. I'm going to put it at the bottom of excellent. I think it's not as good as all these. But don't get me wrong, this is still an excellent album. And you can also think of this tier list in terms of out of 10. There are 10 tiers here, right? 1, 2, 3, 4, 10. So this would be the 10s. This is like the 8s, the 7s, the 3s, 4s. You get the point. So these are all 9s. And Blonde is an excellent album. Operation Doomsday, this is a great album. I'm going to put it right here above Late Registration and below Wolf. My favorite songs being like I Hear Voices, which is, I think, underrated. Red and Gold, Go With The Flow, of course, Rhymes Like Dimes and Doomsday. Those are popular, but they're popular for a reason. I don't get why people hate on the popular songs on albums. There's a reason they're popular, and it's because they are great songs. Food, this is an excellent album. Better than Blonde. Is it better than... Man on the Moon 1. I don't know. I don't think it's better than Man on the Moon 1. But it has like One Beer, Deep Fried Friends, Con Queso, Rap Snitch, Knishes, Hoe Cakes, Beef Rap, all fantastic songs. My favorite is probably One Beer and Hoe Cakes. I know those are basic picks, but this is an amazing album, and Doom is a legend. Mad Villainy, this is of course an excellent album. Close to perfect. I'd put it, I don't think it's as good as The College Dropout. Is it better than Graduation? I don't think it's as good as Graduation. Is it as good as Flower Boy? No. I'm going to put it right here. Curls, Rainbows, Fancy Clown, All Caps, Meat Grinder, all 10 out of 10s. Or not all, but 9s, 10s. You get the point. Excellent album. The Mouse and the Mask, I believe. This is a good album. Not as I'm gonna put it below Yay, not as good as Yay, but there are some good songs on here. Benzie Box, Sofa King, Space Hose. I like the remix of Space Hose better. No Name, Sofa. Did I ever say Sofa King? I think I did. Well, I like the remix and the original for Sofa King. This is a good album, but I don't think it lives up to Doom's other work. Same with Born Like This. I think these two albums aren't as good as Doom's other work, like these three right here. But they're both still good albums. I think Born Like This is better than The Mouse and the Mask. Ballskin, absolutely. That's that. Microwave Mail. Wow. All great songs. Though there is that one really bad song on here. I cannot remember the name, but if you've heard the album, you know what I'm talking about. It's just weird. Here comes, okay. I don't really know how unpopular this is, but I do not like this album. I'm going to put it in bad. I'm going to put it above Bastard. I don't know what it is. Don't get me wrong. Bomb Throne, that's a great song. And I also like Forever People. But besides those two, I don't like this album. So as much as it hurts me, I'm going to have to put it here. Super What, I think is a little better. I'll put it at poor. I think it's better. I'll put it above Satellite. It hurts me to do this because it is his last album. There are some good songs on here, like So Strange, and I like the intro to this as well. But overall, I don't think these live up to Doom's other work up here. Rest in peace, Doom. Legend. Just a fantastic artist. If you have not listened to Doom, go listen to him right now. Alright, next up we got my man Steve Lacy. R&B in this bitch. Apollo. We're going to put this in good. Good, not great. We'll put it right here. I'll put it above these two Doom albums. Lo-Fi's, I'm going to put it right with it. Both good albums. I'm not going to talk about them that much. I have only heard them a few times, plus the songs I put on my playlist from them. In Love We Trust, Love Too Fast, Inside, Only If, the interlude. Those are all great songs from Apollo. For Lo-Fi's, not as many that I love, but the ones that I do, I think are better than the ones on Apollo, if that makes any sense. That's No Fun, You, and Don't You Know. All great songs. This is a good album, not as good as these. Maybe a bit better than these Doom albums. They're very close, though. I'm excited to see what Steve Lacy is going to do next. Earl Sweatshirt, Doris. We're going to put this in good. No, great. No, good. We'll put at the top of good. Very close to great. Songs like Chum, which is one of his best, 20 Wave Caps, Burgundy, Molasses, Night, Guild. I like the Mac Miller feature, though I know some people don't. I think this is a good Earl album. It's close to great. It's the highest good here. I don't like shit. I don't go outside. Originally, I didn't like this album. I would have put it around here. I listened to it again. It clicked. It's a great album. I'm going to put it... I'll put it right below Yeezus. Songs like Huey, Mantra, Grief, Faucet, Off Top, AM Radio. Basically every song on this album is great. Favorite is probably AM Radio. Not his best album, we'll get to that, but it is a great album. I don't think I like it as much as Yeezus though. If I put it next to Donda, we'd get the Black on Black, which would be funny, but we'll put it right there. Some rap songs, this I think is his best. This is excellent. It's the worst one in excellent, but don't get me wrong, it is still an excellent album. The emotions it conveys, I love the sound of it, the beats, the grittier type of texture that it has, the lyrics, the rhymes, it's beautifully made. And this album, people say Blonde will make you depressed. No, this album is this will leave you feeling empty, but at the end, with that fantastic instrumental Riot, it leaves you with a bit of hope. It's like the perfect sound. Riot is just perfectly crafted where it's like a sad, happy tune. Like you're at a big dark tunnel, but you can see the light at the end. And that's how I feel about this album. Yes, it's depressing, but you see the hope, and I love this album. It's an excellent album. Next up, we got Feet of Clay, another Earl album that when I first listened to it, I didn't really like it, but I listened to it again, and I do have a bit of appreciation for it. But I'm going to put it in average. I don't think it's good, but it's not bad either. There are some songs on here that I enjoy, like Ghost and OD, and El Toro, M-Tomb. Those are all good songs. I think it's better than Jesus is King and not as good as Passion Pain. We have the most current album on this list, Sick. I had to add the exclamation point in there if you can tell. We got Sick, which I think is a great album. I'm going to put it at the bottom of 8. The only miss on here is the self-titled song Sick, but besides that, every song on here is great, and the outro is a 10 out of 10. It's beautiful, it's haunting, perfectly made. I don't think it's above 808s or any of these, especially because it's so new. I do have to listen to it a bit more, but it is a great album. I might move Doris up. I'm not sure. I'll keep it there for now. Next up, we got Mac Miller, who I think might have the second best discography in all of hip-hop, just behind Kanye. So many albums and not a single bad one. Oops, spoiler. First up, we got Kids, which is a great album. This is just good feels, and this album makes you feel good. Like the opposite of I don't like shit, I don't go outside. I'll put it... I think it's better than Sick. I like it more than 808s. I like it more than Channel Orange. I like it better than Man on the Moon 3. I'll put it right here, right behind Donda. I was going to say a lot of good songs there. But if I think about it, every single song in here is solid. And I know Frat Boy Mac isn't as good as Matured Mac, but this is a feel-good album. And actually, okay, don't get me wrong, I love this album, but I'm not going to put it this high. I'm going to put it right here. That's a better spot. Still a great album, hence why it's in great. Songs like Kool-Aid and Pizza, Knock Knock. The best song is The Spins. That's just I love that song. Nike's on My Feet, good chill song. Not a single bad song, like I said. Next up, Blue Slide Park, which I think is Mac Miller's worst album. But don't get me wrong, it is still... I'm sorry, Kids is not an album. It's a mixtape. There, I corrected myself. Let's go. I remembered. Okay. Replace all the times I said album there with mixtape. And there you go. Blue Slide Park, which is actually shit. I can't remember now. Is Kids a mixtape? Okay, I think it is. Yeah, I think it must be. I can't be wrong, can I? The Blue Slide Park, I know is an album. I think this is Mac Miller's worst, but it is not bad. I'm going to put it in average. I'll put it at the top of average. All the songs, well, most of the songs on here are good. Not any great songs, though. Missed Calls, My Team, Diamonds and Gold, Under the Weather, Frick Park Market, PA Nights, Blue Slide Park, English Lane, Party on Fifth Avenue. All great songs, but they're not actually all great, which is my point. They're good, but none of the songs on here are great, hence why it's an average. Macadelic, I do know this is a mixtape. This is a good mixtape. I'm going to put it at the top of good, above Doris, close to great. Songs like Desperado, Thoughts from a Balcony, The Question, America, Angels, all great songs. Haven't heard this album as much, so I don't have as much to say. Watching Movies with the Sound Off, great album, better than Sick, not as good as 808s. I'm going to put it right there. I know some people think this is his best. It does have a lot of great songs. Remember, Euphoria, Red Dot Music, Watching Movies, I'm Not Real, Objects in the Mirror, all great songs. Good AM. This is the album that's hard for me to speak on because I haven't heard it that much. I've only heard it a couple times. And when I shuffle my playlist, I barely seem to get any songs from this album. But I do think it's great. I'm going to put it with Watching Movies. I'm going to put it below it just because I haven't heard it that much. The songs I have heard, I love. Perfect Circle, Godspeed. That's like the only song I've ever heard that legit made me tear up. The second part is just... it's heartbreaking after knowing what happened to him. But a lot of other great songs on this album: Brand Name, 100 Grandkids, Weekend, ROS, Cut the Check, Ascension, my bad, Jump, The Festival, all great. Best Day Ever, this is a mixtape. I think this is good. I'll put it at the bottom of good. First time I heard it, I really liked it. It's grown off me a bit. It's nothing that special, but it's not bad by any means. A lot of great songs. Play Your Cards, Life Ain't Easy, Wake Up, Oy Vey. Some of them are kind of annoying, but they're also kind of charming in a way, if that makes any sense. The Divine Feminine, this is a big turning point in Mac's career. I think this is great and very close to excellent. These three albums are very close to excellent. So right now, this is like third in the great tier. Every single song on this album is great. My favorite on the album, probably Cinderella, though God is Fair, Sexy Nasty, also very close. Stay, Dang, Planet Goddamn, Soulmate, We, my favorite part, Skin, Congratulations. You may be thinking, wait, he just named the whole track list. Yeah, because every fucking song is good. Is great, actually. But I don't think it's as great as these. Okay, moving on. Swimming, perfect album. Perfect. Jet Fuel, 2009. Small Worlds, Ladders, Wings, Self-Care, Perfecto, Hurt Feelings, What's the Use? And then you have So It Goes. You see I'm putting these pauses of silence to let it sink in. This is a 10 out of 10. If you don't think this album is a 10, I don't know what you're doing. Get your taste fixed. You might have COVID. You've lost your sense of taste. Okay. Everybody has their own opinions. I get it. But in my humble opinion, this is a perfect album. And it does have some songs that aren't as good. Like Dono. Is that how you say it? Dono? And Conversations Part 1. Those are good songs. They're not on the level as the other songs in the album. But this is still a 10 out of 10. Now, objectively, nothing's ever perfect, and even in my mind, of course, there's always going to be one or two flaws. So perfect, this is almost like the title should be as close to perfect as you can get. You could think about it that way. These are albums that are as close to perfect as you're ever going to get. And Swimming, the emotions it conveys, and the sound, the singing, think about it, there's no features on this entire album if I think about it, yet it still is just amazing. Let's go on to Circles, which I think is great Mac Miller album. Probably right here. These four, like I said, all close to excellent. Circles, every single song on it is good. Every single song on it is great. My favorite, probably That's On Me. Love that song. Might be a bit underrated. I never see it really talked about. Don't get me wrong, though. Blue World, definitely close. That's also an incredible song. The production, and I really wish Mac was still alive today. He was a great guy from what I've seen, and he made great music. Finally, we got Faces. This is great. I'll put it right here. I have seen some people say this is his best album. I don't think it is. Has a lot of great songs like Yeah, Grand Finale, Diablo, Funeral, Therapy, Connection Loss. Okay. Inside Out, Here We Go, Angel Dust, but I don't think it's as great as all the albums above it. So if I was going to do a Mac Miller ranking, right, it would be Blue Slide Park, Best Day Ever, Macadelic, Good AM, Watching Movies, Faces, Kids, Divine Feminine, Circles, and then Swimming. There you go. It will probably change in a week, but now we move on to the greatest lyricist of all time, Kendrick. We're starting off with a mixtape, Overly Dedicated. This is average. Nothing crazy good. You could definitely see the talent, though. Ignorance is Bliss, Barbed Wire, Average Joe, my favorite on the album. It's an okay album. It's nowhere near his other work, though. Section 80, This Is Good. I'll put it right below Yay. Every song on here is good. Not a single miss. No Makeup, I know gets hate. Yes, I get it's corny, but I do like it. ADHD, Ronald Reagan Era, which is my favorite on the album. Blow My High, High Power is good. By the way, the remix of High Power and Devil in a New Dress, God, that's great. God is good. I'm sorry. Good Kid, Mad City. A light 2. I'm so funny. Excellent. No, perfect. No, excellent. I don't know. I don't like the bonus tracks as much, so I said we'd go off deluxe. If we're going off deluxe, then I have to look at it for everything. Don't get me wrong, the bonus tracks are still good. I'm going to put in excellent. I'm going to put it at the top of excellent. I'm not even going to talk about it. I'm just going to name the songs. And I think it's self-explanatory. Intro, Art of Peer Pressure, Backseat Freestyle, Money Trees, Poetic Justice, Bitch Don't Kill My Vibe, Good Kid, Mad City, Swimming Pools, Real, Sing About Me, I'm Dying of Thirst, Compton. Need I say more? Not a single song I just named is below great. Sing About Me, I'm Dying of Thirst, being one of the best songs ever created. Don't tell me otherwise. This is an excellent album. These two are very close. I don't know which is better. I think Mad City might be a little better. Next up, To Pimp a Butterfly. I'm going to be like all the other sheep. I'm going to be basic as fuck. I'm going to put this in perfect. Though since this is opinion, I'm not going to put it as the number one. if we were doing this objectively, I could say it has better storytelling and message and everything else, and that would be true than these other albums. But in terms of enjoyment, I don't like it as much as Igor and My Beautiful Dark Twisted Fantasy. So I'm going to put it here. I do like it more than Swimming, I believe. It's very close, though. These are all albums I extremely love. They mean a lot to me. So I'm going to put it at the third spot right now. I don't really have to talk about this album. I'm just going to say my favorite tracks: These Walls, Wesley's Theory, and The Black of the Berry. Mortal Man also up there. There's nothing really to say that hasn't been said. Untitled, Unmastered, I'm going to put in good. I'm not really sure where. Better than Best Day Ever, better than These Doom, better than the Lacy. I'll put it here. It's not better than Section 80. Untitled 7, Untitled 2, I think those are my favorites. I don't even know, but I believe 2 and 7 are my favorites. Damn, this is a good album. Damn, I would put this in great. Damn, I'm not funny. Okay. Great. Sorry, I did think about it. Yeah, I'm gonna put it in great. I'm just trying to think about where exactly in great. So forgive the awkward silence. Okay, I'm gonna put it above. Maybe it might be the best in great. No. Yeah. Duckworth, XXX, Love, Humble, Pride, Element, DNA. All great songs. I'll put it right here. I don't think it's as good as Circles, but this is a great album, and please drop Kendrick. Please drop. I can't not mention Duckworth. Goddamn, that is a great song. If you have not listened to the lyrics on that song, listen to them. Black Panther soundtrack. This is a great soundtrack. But at the end of the day, it is a soundtrack, so it doesn't compare as much to Kendrick's other work. But it is still a great soundtrack. I'm going to put it above Best Day Ever. But it still is good. And if we were ranking movie soundtracks, it would probably be like around here. But since we're comparing it to albums, it doesn't have as much of a story. But Black Panther movie is like up here. It's a great movie. So this soundtrack really enhances it, and Kendrick did a great job on it. Next up, we got Travis Scott, and we have Rodeo. And I'm not going to sugarcoat it. I think this is the best trap album ever made. I think it's excellent. Better than most of these. I'll put it right here. This is close to a 10. The intro, which I don't even know if I could say that on YouTube. Oh My Diss Side, 90210, one of the best songs ever created. Pray for Love, Nightcrawler, Piss on Your Grave, Maria, I'm Drunk, Apple Pie, all fantastic songs. The best trap album of all time. The feeling that album gives you is unmatched. The feeling is unmatched. Sorry, had to quote Kendrick. Astroworld, this is a great album. I'm going to put it right above Whole Lotta Red. But actually, I'll put it... Is it better than Late Registration? Let me look at the track list. Oh, wait. I'll come back to it, actually, because I just realized I should be doing Birds Sing first, right? Yeah, Birds came out first. I think this is a mediocre album. Some people love it, but my main problem with it is compared to the other like top tier Travis albums like Astroworld and Rodeo, it's kind of bland. The features are okay. The production is good, but it doesn't have that psychedelic feel. And it doesn't the songs also don't have like what Travis is known for, like the big beat switches or like I said, like the features that are incorporated in clever ways. So it just doesn't really live up to his other projects. I'm gonna put it in mediocre, below Cherry Bomb. I'm gonna move Overly Dedicated down to mediocre because I don't like it. I don't like Overly Dedicated as much as these, but these are not bad by any means. They're just not very good. I'll put Birds Sing McKnight above. No, I'll put Overly Dedicated up here, and Birds Sing McKnight. I'll move up. I'll leave Cherry Bomb in mediocre. But Birds Sing McKnight is it's okay. It has some good songs like Through the Late Night and the interlude. Goosebumps is a good party song, though it's kind of overplayed. The Ends, Way Back, good songs. Now Astroworld. This is a hard one to rank. I'm gonna put it. I don't know if it's better than Late Registration. It's really difficult. I'm gonna put it above it. I know that's probably extremely controversial. Doomsday. I don't know. I don't think it's as good as I don't think it's as good as Doomsday. We'll put it below it for now, but it's close. Stargazing, Stop Trying to Be God, Skeletons, 5% Tint, Can't Say, and Coffee Bean probably being my favorites on the album. Though there are a lot of other good songs that I didn't say there. Not a single skip on this album, a lot of great features, great production. This is a great album. And I have a hard time placing it. I don't know why, but I do. Huncho Jack, I think this is the worst album on this list. This is an awful album, in my opinion, and I could back this up. I just realized I should have ranked this before Astroworld if I was doing this chronologically, but oh well. I just feel like every song on this album has the same sort of beat, with the same sort of singing or monotone or rapping in the same in the same tone. And it all just feels the same. And that's like the worst thing hip hop can do, is just generic beats. And when I say generic, the production is still okay, but for Travis, this is a low tier and the worst album I've heard on this list. It's not worst like of all time, but I do think it's an awful album. And I have a hard time saying that because I try to be positive about most things. Jack Boys. Sounds weird to say. This is like a 4 out of 10. This is poor. Not as good as these right here. It's like at the bottom of poor. There are some good songs on this, like Had Enough and What to Do. I like both those songs. But other than that, this is not a good album. I need to adjust this section a bit. Goblin, I think that's okay. I'm going to put that there. Speeding Bullets, I'm going to put Bat at the last because it's a really long album, and for the amount of songs I like, it's way longer, so there's way more misses. Jack Boys, I'll move that down like here. Satellite, I'll keep up here. Okay, that looks a little better to me. Next up, we got ASAP, and I have not finished his discography. I have not listened to Testing. I was just impatient to make this video. Let's talk about... Hold up, I'm going to have to pull up his thing on Spotify because I always forget these album names. I'm sorry, but I mix them all up. Live Love ASAP. Okay, Live Love ASAP. This is a mediocre album to me. I'm not really sure how people feel about this. I can understand the appeal, but to me, it's just not really my thing. It's not bad by any means, though. Peso, I think that's what it's called. That's a great song. What's Up? Brand New Guy, Purple Swag, Houston Old Head, Demons, and Sandman. Was that 7 I just named? Those songs I think are great. But besides that, I just don't, I'm not really a big fan of this album. I don't really like it. But I don't hate it either. I'm kind of indifferent to it. It's mediocre. However, Long Live ASAP, I think is a huge improvement. And I think this is a good album. I'll put it, do I like it better than Untitled? Yeah. Do I like it better than Section 80? I don't think so. However, this does have a lot of great songs. Basically, every song on this album is good or great. My favorite is probably One Train or Effing Problems. Pain is good. Goldie. The intro is good. This is a good album. And it's a big improvement to Live Love. Finally, we got my favorite ASAP album, At Long Last, which is a great album. And I'll put it... Do I think it's better than Kids? I don't know. Yeah, I think it's better than Kids. Do I think it's better than I Don't Like Shit? I think I put I Don't Like Shit a little too high. I'm going to put that. Do I like it better than Man on the Moon? No. Do I like it better than Kids? No. I'll put I Don't Like Shit right there. At Long Last, I'll put right here, right below Kids See Ghosts. A lot of great songs on this album. Jukebox Joints has my favorite Kanye verse probably. Fine Wine, Holy Ghost, LSD, and Everyday, which is a popular one, but that's a great song. This is my favorite ASAP album. I hope Testing, I'm going to probably listen to it tonight or tomorrow. I hope it lives up to this. Maybe I'll leave it down in the comments. Finally, to close this off, we got the only J. Cole album I've ever listened to, and the most recent album I've listened to on this entire list, 2014 Forest Hills Drive. So I've only heard this album once in its entirety, and I've been shuffling it for the last day or so. So I'm going into this with really early thoughts, but I think this is a great album. And for now, I'm going to put it right below Wolf. However, hear me out. I can definitely see this. If I listen to it a little bit more, I could see it going up to Perfect the next time I rank albums. I could see it going up there. It's extremely close. I can really see it's very close. I don't know what I mean by very close. That dumb thing to say. But I can see it going up there is what I'm trying to say. I really need to go to bed. I love this album. I love the beats and the rapping, Wet Dreams, Adolescence, January 28th, No Role Models, of course, apparently. And the fact that he did this all with no features is insane. But anyways, this is my hip-hop album ranking, plus Frank, plus Steve Lacy. Let me know what you think of this. All jokes aside about my opinion, I want to hear yours. Tell me, what are your favorite hip-hop albums? What do you agree with this list? What do you agree with more? What do you agree with the most about this list? What do you agree with a lot? What do you disagree with? Let me know how valid I am. Let me know that I just have the best opinion of all time because I need your validation. But it was great to be able to do this. I hope you were entertained by my dumbass decisions. I'm sorry, my brilliant ranking. And have a great day. I'll see you in another video, hopefully.